Hello everyone, I'm Josué Hernandez. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to make lazy cinnamon rolls and as simple as 5 to 6 easy steps. So the first step you want to do is preparation. This includes washing your hands for about 30 seconds, setting the oven. For this specific recipe we're going to be setting it to 350 degrees. Next, you want to make sure you are in your nice attire for getting ready to bake. We'll be handling some ingredients. You want to make sure you don't get your clothes dirty. And lastly is laying out all the ingredients on your table. Now we're ready for step 2. Step 2 consists of us opening up these cinnamon rolls. In this case, I will be using these smaller 2-pack cinnamon rolls, which I recommend because this recipe will have these cinnamon rolls rise. So you want to pop the tube open and lay the cinnamon rolls out in a 9 by 13 inch glass pan. Preferably glass for this recipe. It'll work much better with the liquids we'll be working on later. Next, you want to measure out at least a cup of heavy whipping cream, and once you have that measured out, you're going to pour that over all the cinnamon rolls, making sure to have them all evenly coated. Of course, if it's not evenly coated, you might want to get the pan and shake it just a bit. Now, for step 3, we're going to set aside the rolls and the heavy whipping cream, and we're going to move on to the cinnamon glaze. To start, you first want to get a stick of butter and melt it in a bowl for about 13 to 15 seconds, making sure to stir, and it's a nice soupy, liquidy consistency. Next, you're going to want to measure out at least a tablespoon of cinnamon. Once you have that measured out, you're going to pour that into the butter, mixing it very well until it's like a nice brown color. Lastly, you're going to measure out 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Once you have that measured out, you're going to pour it into the same mixture and you're going to mix it around. Now when you're mixing it, you're going to want to make sure that it's this nice soupy, clumpy consistency. This will ensure that the sugar is nicely mixed into that. Once you have that finished, we're going to set aside that brown sugar and bring back in the cinnamon rolls. Alright, now we move on to our 4th step. You want to bring back your cinnamon rolls, and you're going to take your cinnamon glaze and lay it all over the cinnamon rolls. You want to make sure that each of them is nice and evenly coated, and when you are mixing them around, you might want to lift it up and making sure that it's a nice even coat all around. After that, you're going to take a sheet of aluminum foil and wrapping it over the pan and the dish, making sure to get every corner and every edge nice as tight as you can, because you want to make sure that all the liquids are able to cook in with the cinnamon rolls. Lastly, you're going to throw it into the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes, depending how you want, how liquidy you would like your cinnamon rolls to be. And that should be it for now.
Later.
Now that it's been at least 45 minutes, we're ready for step 5. Now what you want to do for step 5 is basically take out the cinnamon rolls. Now they're still going to be extremely hot and extremely liquidy, so you at least want to wait 3 to 5 minutes for them to cool down and take off the tin foil before you want to add the glaze. After 3 to 5 minutes, you're going to take the included glaze with the cinnamon rolls and pour and spread over nice and evenly to make sure it's a nice and even coat. Alrighty, now that we have our cinnamon rolls fully glazed, what's left to do is just to dig in and try them. Alright, I'm going to take out a piece, this corner piece right here. Let's take a look at that. Ooh. And then of course, we also don't want to forget some of this nice cinnamon goo. Lay that top right over. Alright, so now let's dig in and let's take a bite. That is good. That's really good. And that's how you make, I like to call them lazy cinnamon rolls. Thank you, and that is my demonstration.